Hey there. Well, today come out here and I cleaned this bank up, cut a lot of the weeds and briars and everything out of here. We get this shovel out of the way. Well, as you all know, I like to dig up root suckers and utilize them rather than let them go to waste. What's the sense of letting them go to waste if you can use them? Anyways, I have two of them right here that what I had done is in between the mother stump and the root sucker, I chucked down in there and I drove way down deep and cut that root loose. And what you can see right here is stress. It's my intention to dig these root suckers up and utilize them accordingly. But normally what I do is I'll cut them back and see if they're willing to live on their own. There's root down underneath that little tree. No doubt in my mind, there's root down in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and relieve some of the stress that is going on right here because I want to utilize these. Now, here's another one. It's not stressing, and it's right beside this one right here. And that tells me there's root down there. But for some odd reason, this one here is going to stress. So we go ahead and try to alleviate that problem. Now this one right here, I'm not worried about. Cut it out of the way. It's robbing energy anyways. I don't want it to rob energy. Put the energy back into the ground because this root sucker right here is coming. That root, lateral root's got to be coming somewhere along this way right here. And I want to try to make this one here live because I'm looking at it excellent. Let me cut this one out of the way. Looking root stock. We're grafting next year, which I'm going to graft in my fruit garden. I have room for a few more trees and snip that stress away. There we go. We'll see how it does from here. But I just got rid of all the excess that I felt was unnecessary for what I want. I want this stem right here to live because I want to graft in to this stem. And what I did was, as you all saw, was got in here and cut away all the other stuff that's living around it. Now I have another one right here, as you can see. The leaves have wilted back. I cut down here earlier today, severed it from the mother tree, and is dealing with stress because of that. So what I'm going to do is the same thing that I did with this one. Come back here. See how much I cut off of that. There. That's got a really, really good stalk to it that I think would make a good candidate for grafting into next year as well. And what I've done is I've gotten rid of the excess stress that, in my opinion, is unnecessary. And I'll continue to monitor, keep an eye on them, see how they did. I cut this one here loose, probably about 7-8 inches away from the stalk itself. And this one right here, the same distance, about 8 or 9 actually. And I have another one back here that looks very promising that I will be trying to cut loose as well. I'm going to give it a little bit more time to do what it wants to do. But while I'm sitting here, I just happen to see that. This right here, incidentally, is a graft that I did earlier this year. And what I did was, last fall, I came in here and I cut that root away from that mother tree. And decided I'm going to graft it right where it's at and let it do its own thing. And I have to say that graft is really done well. It won't be long. I'll have to come out here, pull the fence, and take the rubber band off to stop that girdling from happening. I believe that was a cleft graft. I got another one over there, and it's doing just as well. But it was just something that I wanted to show you a little bit of what I do as far as harvesting what we all know to be root suckers, root shoots. The mother tree is right there, a lateral root, cut it loose, and let it live on its own, making it an individual. So we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. Pawpaws, amazing little things to work with, or little trees rather, and they can get away from you if you're not careful. Root sucker right there. Don't like the looks of that one. Cut it off. Still in energy. Anyways, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Any comments or questions that you may have, I welcome them. Don't forget to click on that bell for notifications. Y'all have a God bless day.